No, no limits, no, no limits, no, no limits. Hello, Paul McCartney fans everywhere. Oh, well, what kind of a world are we living in at the moment? Riots, statues being toppled. I'll tell you something, this is what makes me mad. And I see this statue in Washington, right? Now, I'm going to be culturally realistic about what I'm going to say. Culturally realistic. I saw some program about the toppling of statues in America, which I think is disgusting. Personally, I think it's disgusting. That's your history. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Eh? Thomas Jefferson being pulled off his plinth, and all this bullshit about Thomas Jefferson. He hates da 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 da, rich white man, but he actually wanted to free slaves, but he just lived in the wrong time. He knew that it couldn't be done. He had to rewrite part of the Constitution. He weren't a guilty man. Do you know what? But everyone's guilty now. Every fucking one's guilty. And somebody says to me the other day, they want to take down Nelson. Nelson's our greatest hero. Man, he had one arm, one leg, one eye, one bollock, but he was still out of control, horny aid magnet. And you can imagine why. War wounds. That's more than dueling scars. A hero to us, a total hero. A bloke at work, he says to me today, he says they're not going to be happy until that fucker from the Robertson's jams on top of Nelson's column. I says, yeah, that's what it is. Because when I saw this program about, hey, nice guy, how you doing, baby? Yeah, I hope you're not a lefty because you're going to hear some nasty home truths if you are. But I forgive you, I mean, a man's got his own mind, whatever you think. Where was I? Because this is right important. Oh yeah. So, anyways, well, certain races can do certain things. Like black people can sprint very quickly, right? But in long distance, they're shit. In swimming, they're shit, right? Horse riding, they're shit. So what I'm thinking, hang on, they've got this beautiful equestrian statue, and this guy's done it during the Obama regime, and it is a sculpture, a statue of a black man riding a stallion, and it's obviously a total copy of another equestrian horse. And the black man looks totally wrong on top of it. And they said to the sculptor, "Oh, well, who is that man on top of it?" And I'm thinking, yeah, who is that guy who's on top of that horse? Looks like a real leader, a man who's been at the front of the battle, defeated the enemy. You know what I mean? They said, no, it could be any black man. I thought, well, I don't know any black man that rides a fucking horse. Excuse me, is that racist? No, they don't bloody ride horses. So it's bullshit. You can't just topple somebody who's a real life character and put up a bullshit representation, because that's 1984 territory, baby. 1984, we ain't fucking having it. Brian, how you doing? Saw I had a bit of a rant going on there. And now they're going to take the stained glass windows out of fucking Westminster Abbey. Oh, it's offensive. Listen, what I was going to do, because I was going to talk about, Paul McCartney, actually, because I've done his, people been doing his top albums by Paul McCartney, or Matthew Street did John Lennon, and he did 10. And I thought, oh right, I'm gonna have to show him what's what here. And Mayos did best Paul McCartney's. I was actually, I wasn't surprised by what he said, but mine's completely different. And I'm going to do one or the other tonight. I think I've got more prepared for John Lennon, so I might do John Lennon tonight. Actually, yeah. So you might see that before midnight. Oh, I can't give anything away though, people. I cannot give anything away. But I'll tell you something. Do you want to know something? Oh, me too. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Nice guy, Nick. I hope you're going to cause a bit of aggro because there's definitely a cat amongst the canaries in the vinyl nerd community, and I'm proud of what I've did because for the last maybe 3 years, I don't know. I might have been going for that long. I don't know, but for the last 3 odd years, I've been hammering away at these people, and I found it's been a journey for me because I when I first started this, I thought, hey, I know a lot about the Beatles. I talk about the Beatles. I like the Beatles. But the more and more I got involved in it over this time, the more I realised, maybe looking at my own reflection a little bit, but also realising, looking at these people where I went wrong years ago and fixed it. But these people are heading to damnation. I mean, what I will say to you, and all you vinyl nerds out there at the end of the day, you've got beautiful room going on, got all the box sets. And I'm talking to you, Andrew Dixon, because I'm ashamed of you for getting so many hits for such crap videos. I mean, you know, I, you're Richie Rich, mate, and you're playing a guitar sometimes. It's really annoying, but people are going for it. It just goes to show that the vast majority of people in Britain or wherever in America as well are fucking idiots. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that? I begin to wonder sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I follow the rules, but I'm a bit of an anarchist. You know what I mean? But I don't do any criminal damage. I do a bit of anarchy to people's faces. That's all right. Heels. But I get a bit back sometimes. But even though I'm invisible, you know, it can be a bit rough out there, you know, because invisible lives matter. Don't fucking forget that, or I'll start toppling statues. Yeah. What was I saying? Because it was important. I'm so excited today. I was so excited. Everything's getting back to normal again. And I was walking. I was listen, it's a bit raunchy, this story, but I was leaving work today. I thought, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop in the old you know, the old Curry's, go and have a look, see if there's any gadgets I'll get. Anyway, I was just coming out of Curry's, a few bits and bobs, you know, all the latest high tech shit to play with. And I saw these two ladies, you know, mid-20s, walking along. Oh, and they had this tight dresses on, like, you know, they look like proper business women and all, but you know, they really sexy. Oh, and they was wearing some kind of cotton. Oh, and you could see everything, man. And they had G strings on everything. So I did something I don't usually do, but I thought I'd just follow them for a little bit, you know, get a flash of the old wobbly bum. So I was going down the road, and they turned around and they saw me because you know, I had my white gloves on, so they see a pair of gloves. But anyway, I don't want to say any more about that because, you know, I don't want to get arrested. These days, you got to be so careful. My God, I've gone to have fucking jam on toast earlier. Oh, strawberry Robertson, strawberry jam. I can't even look at the jam jar anymore without feeling angry. Not. You know, I don't feel bad about him anymore. I feel really angry at him. I'm going to fucking wring your neck, you little bastard. Oh, what's a nice guy say? Oh, see, Adam's right up. That's a lot of violence. Oh, yeah, I see what you just said, nice guy, Nick. I'm not going to show it. I'm going to keep that hidden. But I'm telling you what, mister, I think, and that person that name you just mentioned, he's on fucking LSD, isn't he? Look, you've taken narcotics and shit, haven't you, nice guy? He's on fucking acid, isn't he? I hate it when you see those people and they're sort of dreamy and they go, hey, everybody. Oh, he's taken an ecstasy and he wants to lick you. Oh, by the way, people out there, there's 9 of you. Now, if you've ever been to an illegal rave or a legal rave, or just been Ibiza or Bermuda, right? Uh, you will be able to get your hands on these little pills. They're called ecstasy pills. We used to get them back in the 90s. I wouldn't touch them because they're made out of rat poison and all sorts of shit. However, they will give you a feeling of euphoria, which is far more intense than you'll get from cocaine, but it's a different hit. But it will make you very, very friendly. Like I said, you've got a feeling of real well-being, and whoever's next to you, it don't matter. I mean, you could be right next to old Kenny Loggins, and you say, "Oh, you're my best mate. I love you so much. It's really good being with you." And you'd end up like that. And and I think he's on something like that, but he's not talking that way. But he's just that's why I think it's LSD, because he's going, "Hi everybody, welcome to my cell tonight." Ooh. Hey, Rachel, just having a bitch as usual. We got nice guy Nicky and Brian Boru. It's great to have my Irish buddy with me, because we're Murphy's pals. We are Murphy's and Guinness. But I'm a Jameson's man myself. He's Bushnells. What are we going to do? But there's always been fighting over the Irish. We're always fighting the Irish fighting the English, English fighting the English, Irish fighting the Irish. It's what we do, isn't it? And have a pint and eat sausages. Oh, anyway, this is what I was going to do. The important thing. Mm, mm, uh, well, Rachel, I'm as well as a man could be who's invisible. Watney's Red Barrel. What are you talking about? What are you drinking? Where did you hear of Watney's Red Barrel? Are you English? Good God. It's all right, that. I love a good bitter. I love a bitter. Don't you, Brian? Don't you like a bit? A bitter? Mm. I needed to hold that one in. So, anyway, what's the gossip? TJ, listen, everybody at the moment is going on. I'll give you my opinion about this. Bob Dylan's done a new album, so John Heaton's right excited about it. And I'm not sure whether Mayo did something. I can't remember. Um, uh, Somebody else did TJR, and the wonderful Track X Track. He's back in circulation. Last time I heard from him, he was basically telling me to fuck off when I said, "Are you going to review the new Ringo album?" I know he's a man of music, not just Beatles, so he understands. You know what I mean? He understands. He's a musical intellectual, and there's not many of you vinyl nerds that are musically intellectual. However, I will say that Fit to be Tie-Dyed, your president, is musically intellectual, a thoughtful man when it comes to music. Yes, a thoughtful man. And also, believe it or not, Stephen Snee is a musical intellectual. Very impressed with how much British stuff he knows. There you go, see, full of surprises, some people. Andrew Dixon, no, not at all. Not at all. How you got that many followers, mate? And this isn't a plug at you, Andrew Dixon. I like you. I'd have a point with you. I'd have a point with you, because I reckon you'd be all right to a certain degree. But when I started chasing a bit of tail, you'd be saying, "Oh, I better go home now, because my Doris is at home and she's waiting for me, and I'll be late." And I says, "Well, it's only 8 o'clock. What are you going to do?" Well, I don't like pursuing women like you do. Oh, well, clear off then, you boring fuck. Go and have a cold shower. Go and flagellate yourself somewhere. Oh, I bet he's on one knee. I bet he's on one knee. Oh, I bet he fucking is. Oh, anyway, what you got to say? Nothing is real. Nothing is real. You're not Richard Dobin, are you? Richard Dobbin. Mm, mm. Oh, if only I was in Colorado. You know, this is one thing. This would really improve race relations in Britain. Do you know what it is? Legalise drugs. Legalise drugs. Let the stoners get stoned. Let all the guys that do all the dealing and all the stabbing, let them open up legitimate businesses where all the white people can go and get their drugs, and the black guys will make a profit. Everyone will be happy. We'll all be middle class. Huh? Uh, Quick Parkley. How many we got here? We've got 12 people. You see, people love a bit of politics, don't they? But I'll tell you what, people don't like wankers that sit on the fence. And you know why people sit on the fence? Because they like the fucking feeling, don't they, of the fence up their arse. Not me, baby. I'm on one side. Always on one side. The right side. Oh, look, we got a little special guest star. Oh, no, she don't want to play. So we'll leave her out of it. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I don't want to set myself on fire. Not in front of you, lot, anyway. Oh, uh, excuse me. Give me a minute. One more. Richie Dolan. Richie Dolan. Give me some of that, baby. Squirtle, squirtle, squirtle. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Mm. Ah, I just had to finish my joint. Right, where was I? Let's read some of these questions. We're not talking about nothing in particular tonight. Does it actually say on the screen though? Paul McCartney Wankathon. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Now listen to this. It's only 11 people. Come back 12th person. This is an important joke. It's not a joke, actually. It's dead serious. Now, does anybody out there remember Mastermind? Yeah, Mastermind. Yeah, anyway, right. So you got Magnus Magnusson used to, the brainiest people in Britain used to go on the show, and the prize was jack shit. I mean, it was a jar of marmalade or something like that. But anyway, all the smart asses went on, and you get all these people. What you have to do is one general knowledge and one specialty subject. Anyway, I went on there once, and I gets up there, and Magnus, and he says to me, "Hello, what is your name, please?" I says, "Invisible Ray." "And your sex?" "Yes, please." I says, and he goes, "Please, enough of this." He said, "What is your chosen specialised subject?" And I says, "Oh, masturbation." "I'm not having none of that. It's disgusting. Get off the show." And I says, "I've started, so I'll finish." Boom, boom. I've started, so I'll finish. But anyway, you won't be getting any invisible rays, invisible dick tonight because it's illegal. I don't want, I've got forces of communism against me at the moment. It's most distressing. Um, we have to fight a battle, and we have to be true, and we have to be brave. We've lived in the decadent West for too long now. It's about time we had a rocket up our arse to put us in the right direction, people. You heard it here first. But I'm a trailblazer. You see, these people, they would not believe for 1 minute that Paul McCartney wasn't perfect in every single way. It's took them time. It's took them time. And now they're all saying, well, he's fucking ripping us off. Oh, the wanker can't sing anymore. It's about time he stopped. I mean, even fanatics like Richard Dolan is saying, I can't stand the bloke anymore. Hate him. You know, it's what we're living in strange times, people, but we can still communicate. You know, it doesn't matter if you live in Black Burundi or if you live in Cape Town. Um, Invisible Ray's always here to answer your questions and give you some good advice and some love and tender care and kisses and I'll finger your ass and everything. Squeal, squeal. Anyway, who should we talk about? Because I'm just trying to think outside the box this time. Have I discovered anybody new in the vinyl nerd community? Well, I've been so busy watching you wankers. That's the thing. Magnus from the Orkney Islands. Yeah, he was. Do you remember he had a daughter and she weren't very pretty, but I was sort of sexually aroused by her, Sally Magnuson. Do you know what I mean? She just sort of looked a bit drippy, you know. No, in fact, I think she's the sort of girl you'd have sex with, and she just wouldn't move, you know. As we say, they lie there like a sack of spuds. uh, um, Fit to be tied-eyed, yeah. See, I told you, if you've been watching this from the beginning, I had you down as an intellectual vinyl nerd who's about had enough. I said the times are changing, but we can't, we can't be going around um, discussing Paul McCartney like he's still some sort of a god when he's a total embarrassment. Brian Borrow will tell you from a British perspective, we all laughed our tits off at Paul McCartney. People who'd never heard of Paul McCartney before, they laughed and laughed and laughed when they said that one-legged woman has gone mad on GMTV. Paul McCartney's using chestnut hair dye and he's an evil miser. Boy, we got all the dirt until it all of a sudden stopped because he put down like a multi-million-pound court order with Fiona Shackleton, who represents everybody who matters in society. Oh, that was funny. I'll tell you, I remember we was all laughing one day because bear in mind I hadn't really bought any proper new albums. My mum kept giving me um, Daily Mail kept coming out with them. Like about 6 months after they were released, the Daily Mail would give you a copy for free of charge. But my mum used to keep giving them to me. I've got Chaos Creation, the one with the chair, uh, Memory Almost Full, the rock and roll one, and Bonnier Gig. In fact, that was the only way to get it for years, and I've got a copy of that baby. So if you want to give me some real money, you're listening there, vinyl nerds. The Daily Mail was the only place you could get the Ambonia Gig. It was. It was. Check it out. Do the research. I've got a copy of that fucker, thanks to my mum. And I want some bloody Shackletons for that, I'll tell you. Proper big Shackletons too. What we're talking. Well, because you guys are such fucking wankers, listen, 600 quid. And do you know what I'll do with it? go and buy myself fucking weed and cocaine and see a prostitute. I've got a few signed copies of I Am the Walrus as well, if you want, Paul McCartney, John Lennon. Hey, King's Court, was that you flipping out the other day? That was hilarious. I caught the tail end of it. I caught the tail end of it because I thought, oh, hang on a minute. I was at work, you see, and hang on, was it the King's Court? Was it King's Court? Oh, anyway, here's the King's Court. Wonderful to see you, young man. Loved it the other day. I love a man having a breakdown live on TV. It's great. I do that sometimes. I get so grumpy sometimes. I do. You see, we could only expect that sort of behaviour off Nice Guy Nick. Nice Guy Mick, he's a pariah to the vinyl nerd community. Like me, he's been blocked through most of it. And this is where I'll give Marv his dibs, because when every door was shut to me and I looked in desperate, I looked, I searched high and low. Nobody would open their door to me except one man, and that was Marv. Yeah, his live stream, I interfered. All right, he went after 5 minutes, but he still allowed me in to chat about Paul McCartney with him. Bless you, Marv. Bless you. McCartel, I get that. Yeah, it's funny. I know there's been some militant behaviour. I'll tell you what. How would these people survive in the time of Mad Max? Do you know what I mean? Or even like put them in a First World War situation. Could you imagine them in the trench? Can you imagine them in the trench? They'd be bayoneted en masse. They would be. So, okay, listen. There is no Geneva Convention, no Hague Convention, no fucking Brussels Sprout Convention. Shoot them. Shoot a lot of them. He was a good friend of mine, but he was fucking annoying. I was raised on a raisin that was raised in Arizona, mate. Oh, yeah, listen, King's Court, you know Rachel, don't you? She's a legend. She's a peacemaker. Just get shekels, yeah. Yeah, but it's up to them. They're rich and stupid a lot of the time. Rich and stupid. Do you know what though? Do you know what the funny thing is? And fit to be tied dye. This isn't directed at you because I think you got a lid on your marriage. I do, and I think that a lot of these blokes will end up with their wives leaving them. I mean, there's some, and I'm not going to mention names, but there's some. I don't know whether they're gay or straight or they've got a partner, but I think to myself, my God, imagine being female partner to that. Waking up in the morning and, oh, where's he gone? I wanted him to perform a bit of cunnilingus on me, but oh no, fucking Paul McCartney's in there listening to All Together Now, and saying how it is an unbeatable time, fucking bloody moment in history. Yeah, oh, Martin Luther King that year. Oh, forget it. It was. I want to be your man. That was the big point. Don't know the guy. Oh, oh, does she? Would you like a? I'm thinking of designing a special presidential T-shirt for you, but because I haven't got a contact in the United States, I will have to um, give you the information directly via Shutterstock. I think that is it. It's an American company, but it's very good. I do most of my work for Vinyl Nerds through this company. So basically, I'm just going to send you the information. You print the fucker out yourself. No charge for you, baby. No charge. And then you can get Mrs. Tie Dye to print you out. And you can also have a whole number of different designs and logos. No charge. You see, I do this for the good of the world, for good of mankind. I'm not in it for no ethnic reasons. There is nothing political about me apart from the political side of getting up at the crack of dawn and going to work and being invisible and have to put up with it. And none of you wankers give a shit. Just joking. What I'm really angry about at the moment, though, is I've got this here can of Perla. She's very nice, but I haven't got a fucking straw. So I've got to keep talking for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go and get a straw. I might just go away, but sometimes, you know, sometimes because I'm a narcissist, I watch my shows back over so I can laugh, so I can entertain myself. I mean, this is why I'm doing it, because I have a laugh. Do you know what? And I'll tell you something else. What I was thinking of doing is, you know, I have to take down so many videos because they get a bit racy sometimes, you know, a bit dangerous. I have to take them down. But don't think they've gone forever. Oh no, there is a place where you, for a certain fee, because everyone's doing this Patreon page now, so if I make a bit of money out of you suckers, then you can get the bonus of being able to see all of my videos, all the greats, ripped to shreds in the most vile way. Does that sound good or what? It's more than you'll get about than talking about fucking acoustic Lennon. I wouldn't even discuss that album to myself ever, ever. It's just a non-album. King's Court. My internet sucks too. Fit to be tie-dyed. Oh, a natural wet as well. I was just saying, you know, it's good to have intellectual vinyl nerds, and I've said this already, so I'm repeating myself. So if you've just tuned in, because I've now got extra people watching, because they all want to join in. I was going to have a bit of a party, you know. I was thinking of doing some '60s music. Maybe I will. Yeah. If I can find my dog and bone, but I think my dog and bone's somewhere else because we. Oh no, here's my dog and bone. Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just see if I can get the dog and bone working. Oh. So I have got my dog and bone at last. Oh, here we are, reacting to the classics. React to my anal passage. I bet they've both got shotguns. Yeah. They look at, you know, when I saw Death Wish and I thought, oh, anybody in a cowboy hat, man, is armed with a big gun. A big gun. Right, okay then. Oh, look, I can see myself. It says Paul McCartney Wankathon. I'm surprised there's only 14 people watching then. It could be really good. Uh, or if there's any females watching out there, apart from you, Music Man, um, I would just like to say there will be no nakedness on this video, so it's all right. You can relax. Yeah, because Invisible Ray is a family show for family people like me. Oh, Socrates, you're a wanker. Where have you been? I've been in the laundry basket. I've been washed and scrubbed all over. Ooh, sounds sexy. Anybody else in the laundry basket with you? Yeah, there was. Who? Richard Dolan. No, you lie. He's such a bullshit. This bloke. Nothing is real. But nothing is real. Sometimes, I suppose. Anyway,
and think to yourself, well, at least they gave me a tiny branded water bottle, because you know how important it is to keep hydrated.
What's this?
Fiverr lets you set the budget without compromising on quality. The last thing you want for surprises or setbacks. It's there.
It's your deadline.
Fiverr lets you set the schedule and delivery time to precisely.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened here. I'm just going to have to stop this because this is an invasion of my privacy.
Great metaphor. You can go now.
Huh? What?
Oh, and one last thing. Fiverr puts an end to endless paperwork. That's right. No more forms to fill out. But hey,